Did the Mexican army kill drug lord El Mencho? U.S. President Donald Trump had reportedly warned the Mexican government that if it failed to curb drug mafias, the United States would conduct land strikes itself. Since then, there had been mounting pressure on Mexico to act firmly against drug cartels. According to Reuters, a joint interagency task force, Countercartel, JITFCC, was launched a month ago. It was gathering intelligence on drug mafias in both the U.S. and Mexico. On 22 February, U.S. intelligence informed Mexico that El Mencho was hiding in the city of Talpa, a stronghold of CJNG. The Mexican army launched an operation to arrest him. The Mexican Air Force and National Guard provided air support. CJNG operatives were reportedly equipped with weapons ranging from firearms to rocket launchers to counter the army's assault. The drug gang opened fire on the army. In the retaliatory action, 4 people were killed and 3 others seriously injured. Among the injured was the gang leader, El Mencho. He was being transported by helicopter to Mexico for treatment, but died en route. The army recovered armored vehicles, rocket launchers, and multiple weapons from the cartel's base. According to White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, the U.S. had provided intelligence inputs for the operation. How did the death of one drug mafia trigger violence across Mexico? As soon as news of Mencho's death emerged, supporters took to the streets with weapons. Several vehicles were set on fire. Sensing the deteriorating situation, Jalisco Governor Pablo Lemus urged people to remain indoors. Orders were issued to close schools in several states. Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum praised the country's security forces on social media platform X and appealed for calm. There are 2 main reasons for the violence following Mencho's death. A show of strength. CJNG and Mencho's supporters want to demonstrate that they have not weakened, ensuring fear remains among the public. They also aim to signal to the government that they will not stay silent after their leader's killing. To prevent rival cartels from seizing CJNG territory, they are preparing for confrontation. Road blockades are being used to project power. Battle for cartel leadership. Mencho did not name a successor before his death. His brother and son, El Menchito, are in U.S. prisons. His wife Gonzalez has been jailed multiple times and is reportedly less active in the organization. Another daughter, Jessica, was arrested in Washington in 2020, but released in 2022, and her current whereabouts are unknown. As a result, disputes have erupted over who will lead the cartel. Mexico's drug lord El Mencho has been killed. The United States had placed a bounty of around Rs 136 crore on him. He once served in the police, never even touched alcohol, yet flooded American streets with the poison of fentanyl and cocaine. Following his death, reports of violence and arson have emerged across Mexico. Who exactly was El Mencho? How was he killed? And what will happen to Mexico's drug empire after him? We explain in today's Explainer. Who was El Mencho and how powerful is his drug cartel? The story of Mexico's biggest drug mafia boss, El Mencho, is no less dramatic than that of a film villain. El Mencho was born on 17th of July, 1966, in the small town of Aguililla in Mexico's Michoacán state. At birth, he was named Ruben Oseguera Cervantes. According to reports, in honor of his grandfather, Ruben changed his name to Nemesio. Over time, this was shortened to El Mencho. His parents worked as laborers in avocado fields. After the 6th class, Mencho dropped out of school and began picking avocados alongside his family. In a bid to escape poverty and earn more money, Mencho moved to the city of Tijuana, near the U.S. border. There, he became involved in the drug trade. From there, he reached California in the United States. In 1992, he was sentenced to 3 years in prison in the U.S. on drug trafficking charges. After completing his sentence, he was deported to Mexico in 1997. Upon his return, El Mencho joined the police. Through this job, he strengthened his ties with drug mafias and gathered intelligence. A few years later, he left the police force and joined a major Mexican drug gang, the Milenio Cartel. He married Rosalinda Gonzalez, whose family was involved in the drug business. Gonzalez is known for managing the gang's finances. Around 2010, when major cartels in Mexico were fighting among themselves, El Mencho formed his own organization, the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, CJNG. This group supplies drugs to several countries, including the United States, Canada, and Australia. It is also involved in murder, extortion, kidnapping, illegal logging, mining, and migrant smuggling. The organization reportedly forced police officers to either accept bribes and work in its favor or be prepared to lose their lives. In 2015, when the Mexican military launched an operation to capture El Mencho, CJNG shot down a military helicopter with a rocket launcher. 9 people were killed. In 2019, the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, estimated that El Mencho's assets could range between $500 million and $1 billion, roughly are as 9,000 crore
laakiin wuxuu
today.
saldhigyo ka samaystay dalka Maraykanka iyo dalal kale oo ka mid ah Yurub iyo qaaradaha kale ee kala duwan ee ku yaala adduunka oo wuxuu samaystay dad u jooga qaaradahaas oo ka caawiya una fududeeya gelinta maandooriyaasha waxayna aad uga shaqayn jireen kooxdaas maafiyada dhoofinta daroogada dhoofinta hubka iyo xitaa ka ganacsiga dadka iyo bini'aadanka si aan isula fahanay inta ay leekayd awoodda kooxdaas maafiyadana miisaaniyaddeedu waxay ka badnayd miisaaniyada ay leeyihiin waddamo dhani iyadoo qiyaasaha la sameeyeyna ay sheegayaan inay gaadhay miisaaniyadda kooxdaasi $50 bilyan iyadoo hantida uu gaarka u leeyahay madaxweynahooda El Manchana ay ka badatay lacag